Hello everyone. In this video we are doing a flight around Phoenix. It's been around 1.5 years since I made a video, so I'll give a short commentary through this video. After being stuck between jobs a bit last year, I finally got started working for the airlines this year. After training, I moved to Phoenix, and between the extreme heat and adapting to the new job, I didn't have any opportunities for making videos like this. I moved to Phoenix so that I could live in base while I'm junior to the company. I always wanted to explore the mountains of the West Coast, so this was the perfect opportunity. For my first adventure into Arizona, I thought a flight around the city would be the perfect way to start things off. I'm trying to land at every airport within 50 miles from my home bases, just as a goal to explore every part of the area. This flight, we are flying from Falcon Field, past Camelback Mountain to Glendale and Goodyear, to Buckeye, then past South Mountain on the way back. This flight took place in September, and it was still in the hundreds when we did this flight, so we did this at sunset to avoid the heat, which made for some good lighting at first. Joining me on this flight is Sean Mullaney, as seen from my New River Gorge Bridge video, and Clint Decker, who already made his own video of this flight on his channel, which I'll put the link to in the description. By chance, although Clint has lived in Phoenix for years now, he is originally from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which makes this a full Pennsylvania crew. At this point in the flight, we are departing Falcon Field and flying past Camelback Mountain into the sunset. I felt rusty being in a single engine again, making mistakes like getting the call sign wrong and losing my glasses in the plane. When we were approaching Glendale, we flew right past State Farm Stadium, which is the home of the Phoenix Cardinals. Throughout this flight, we had to thread a needle between many Class Deltas and Bravo airspace, which would have been very difficult without Sean's pilot monitoring skills. Last time he was on my channel, he never took a lesson before, and now here we are 3 years later, and he's a private pilot that's already due for a flight review. Wow. When we did the short jump between Glendale and Goodyear, we had to be careful not to bust the Luke's Air Force Base airspace right next to us. We were very focused. Goodyear is a boneyard for Spirit Airlines and other large jets. It's crazy to see them sitting there when travel is at an all-time high. Then we flew past the Salt and Gila riverbeds to get to Buckeye. At this point, there was about a 25 knot direct crosswind aloft, and on the ground it was a 15 knot crosswind. You can really see how big the crab angle is on final. The crab angle is when we face partially into the wind so that we don't get blown off course. After not doing a single crosswind landing in a Cessna in over 1.5 years, I was surprised how the muscle memory came back. At this point in the flight, my GoPro batteries died and I was too busy flying to get them changed. I didn't plan on having us leave this late when I did the routing, and some of the planned routes were a bit too sketchy to do at night when none of us were familiar with the airspace. Instead of shooting the gap between Goodyear and Estrella Mountain, I should have just called for a Delta transition through Goodyear. Though it's hard to see much at night, it is very cool to see the silhouette of the South Mountain against the city lights. The rest of the flight almost looked like any other type of city flying until you notice the dark point sticking up in the ocean of lights. It's a constant reminder of the terrain hazard. Finally, we ended the day with a steep approach into Falcon Field with its parallel runways. I look forward to sharing more adventures in the West. Thanks for watching.